It's a big day for my flock of chickens. It's gonna be their first day of freedom. Our chickens are out and ready for the day. We're gonna go ahead and take their fence down and we're gonna put it up for the winter. These chickens are loving their freedom. Already scratching back underneath the trees. So I was getting my fence rolled up, but on this edge, this seems to be a frost pocket along this south side of the garden. Obviously these trees kind of block off any of the heat coming in. So while the north side of the garden over there is nice and thawed out, the south side of our garden is still frozen. So we've got some clumps of frozen leaves and wood chips all along the bottom of our fence. I don't want to roll that up into our fence, so I'm going to leave it and let it thaw out for a while. It's supposed to get up to about 48 degrees today, so hopefully that'll thaw out. We can knock it off of there and then get our fence put up for the winter. So I've got my feed bucket and I've got someone following me.
Chicken, because they have food.
We're gonna see if everyone comes running for the feed. Alright, morning egg check. Nothing. We've got one.
Now we are going to move the trick doll.
Well, I think the chickens are enjoying their freedom. I just fed them a leftover banana, so they're enjoying that also. I'm gonna check on our fence now. It's been a little while, so we can see if we've got it thawed out. There we go. Fell right off. Now we can finish wrapping up our fence, then we're gonna get our greenhouse moved. Alright, now we can go ahead and take our solar charger out, put it up in the shed. Let's go ahead and check eggs real quick. Two. And 3. All right, now we need to empty everything out of this greenhouse. So I'm gonna empty out the water, pull it out, the platform, feeder. We're gonna get this thing moved. So we've got the greenhouse all cleaned out, and the reason I dumped all the water to this side is because we're going to be moving this greenhouse all along over here, and it's going to be pretty heavy. It's going to be tough to push, so I didn't want to make it any harder by walking through a muddy mess. So I tried to keep the mud over on this side so that we can use this clean area to move the greenhouse. Uh-oh, it seems like Frisco and the Black Jersey Giant have found each other again. Come on, Gia! He's not super adamant about attacking. I think this wire mesh definitely is holding them off better than the poultry netting. Oh, no, Gia. Don't do that. There you go. Good job. Look at all these chickies. How many you got?
2.
Well, we got it all done. We got the electric fence taken down, the chickshaw moved, the water cleaned out, and then we moved our greenhouse. All in a day's work. Well, we got a lot accomplished today. Now we're gonna head to Hannibal for some jujitsu.
Got it? Keep going like this. Like this. Relax your foot like this. Pull his shoulder, his elbow, Jim. Put the elbow, yes. Come on, turn. Yes, come on. Turn your neck. Yes, keep straight. Take it easy. Take it off his hook. Okay, you protect the neck. Take it off his hook. That's good. Good job.
Well, we're back home. We've had supper. Everyone's in bed, so it's a perfect time for me to tell you guys what I learned today in Joel Salatin's book, Pastured Poultry Profits. This chapter was all about weather. So as the chickens get older, the dangers of weather change. When they're still young and they're baby chicks, you have to be worried about the cold weather. You need to keep them warm because cold weather will kill baby chicks. Now, as they get older, you'll have to worry about keeping them cool. In the hot summer days, especially if they're in a confined coop and they don't have a lot of ventilation, they can overheat and die. But by far the biggest killer of chickens is water. So the rain, some days you can get continuous rain nonstop for days at a time, and you can get inches of water on the ground. You cannot let your chickens walk around in that water. You have to put some kind of barrier down, whether you lay hay down to give them some kind of padding between the wet ground and their feet, but you have to keep your chickens dry. If their feathers get wet, they won't be able to insulate themselves, they'll get cold, and they will die.